kind of take a little bit of a jab at her when she says, we're willing to film with Teresa and Louis. Girl, of course you are. Margaret is. Everyone in jeopardy of being fired is willing to film with Teresa and Louis. Guess what? The same way that Sheena Shea miraculously is willing to film with Raquel Levis. Her name is Raquel. It's not Rachel, people. So, like, yeah, so that I take with a grain of salt. That's so great of you, Melissa. Of course you would film with Teresa. You would cut off your arm to film with anyone next season. She might be back. I told you that my new theory, that I see a way in which this is all going to dissipate. I agree with you. Teresa and Louis, it ain't so. Listen, it ain't it. Yes, Teresa has said she needs the money. And if Bravo really wants to, I think they created a monster. They wish they didn't get here. Teresa has the most power out of it. If they want to do something really and take the power back, they will go to Teresa and be like, listen, here it is. It's 6 months later. It's November. Your contract is out. And listen, this is what do you want me to do a role play? Because everyone seems to love when I do a role play.
Yes, we love your role plays. Yes.
This truly, at this point,
give it to us.
And everyone's going to say, I don't go back. I'm a flip-flopper. I take the facts at hand. This is truly right now when you're asking me, this is what I think might happen. You know, Teresa is like, hey, babe. Yes, Teresa, I'm Louis. What's up, babe? Like, he's in the other room. I'm going to go outside and do some yoga. Namaste. The people on the beach want me to preach and just be holistic. All right, babe. Well, I'm going to go in the kitchen and cook my meatballs for my Teresa show. All right, so you have a good ring. Oh my God, babe, it's Andy Cohn. Andy's calling. November 1st, 2023. Ring. Hi, doll, it's Teresa. Teresa, it's Andy. Hi, listen, I want to call you personally. Oh my God, you're scaring me. I have 4 daughters in college. One's going to law school. You're scaring me. Teresa, calm down. Listen. We're sending your contract out to James Leonard today. You're a great lawyer. He's a great lawyer. We're sending out the contract. We just want to be honest with you. We are, and by the way, we looked at the numbers based on your increase that you're supposed to get. It should bring you to 2.3. We're actually going to give you 2.5. We're raising you an extra $200,000. Oh my God, I had such a good season last. I really carried the show. Like $200,000 extra dollars. Teresa, listen. We're giving you an extra 200,000. It should be 2.3. We're giving you 2.5. We have to tell you, please let me finish. We have sent a contract out to Melissa. What? Oh my God, babe, no, fuck, I'm going to flip a fucking table. Fuck this. Where's a goddamn table so I can flip it? Teresa, listen, here is the thing. Remember the season that we gave a contract to the Countess and she said she was the Countess and she wanted too much money and the camera started rolling with or without her? In 3 weeks, we are starting to film. Melissa has signed her contract. We sent it this morning. She signed it within 1 second. She started crying. She was so excited. Fuck, look at it. We have some good news. We have something to tell you. We have not extended a contract to Miss Margaret Josephs. Really? Teresa, we really believe she was the one behind all this negativity. Teresa, you're going to film without Margaret. Oh, wow. Babe, they fired Margaret. See? Doesn't this help? Well, it helps a little bit. Listen, you don't have to be best friends with Melissa. You don't have to be best friends with your brother. You can kind of keep away from her. You're probably going to have a talk at some point. We promise you, we're bringing in some great new girls. They're going to be young. They're going to be firecrackers. One of them is Danielle's best friend. We want you to go have drinks with her tomorrow night. You have 3 weeks. We are begging you. We want you, Teresa. We want you to sign. Margaret is out. We promise you it's going to be a lighter season. You got it. You got to be on camera with Melissa. You got to make it work. Or not, but the show is starting in 3 weeks. And we really want you for $2.5 million, which the check will be in your bank account tonight. I got to go. Bye. That's how
She's doing it.
That's how it's going to go. I truly believe that they're going to get rid of Margaret and that's going to talk Teresa off a ledge. And she's going to be, look, in 6 months, 4 months, 5 months, it's already fading, right? We're not talking about Scandal as much. The hatred and listen, the people listening to this are not calm. They are Team Teresa and they hate each other. But to your point, I think you made this recently, or maybe Kim did, I think Kim made it, the reunion where they were together, which is the last time they saw, which filmed now, how many months ago?
Yeah,
So
2 or 3. Yeah.
for them, if you are living your life and you're not in your phone and you're not on social media and you're not focused on it, it's starting, I think, to fade for Teresa and Melissa. I'm not saying they like each other. I'm not saying that, but it's already, I think this is the pause. I think Bravo is just hoping that we can Teresa's going to sign. She's not, and then it will also take the power back. Like, we're in charge, honey. There's no housewife that's bigger than this whole network and NBC. Like, you have a lot of power in the housewives world, but you either sign or don't. And she's going to sign. And if she doesn't, they're not going to delay filming. They're going to film. And Melissa, I'm starting to think Melissa's really going to be back. But I don't think Margaret is. That's my honest prediction. Kim D thinks, I was out with Kim and Laura, Marge's ex-best friend, the other night. Laura and Kim think every single person is coming back. Margaret, well, I mean, maybe not Jackie and Fessler, but all the rest, they think everyone's coming back. I don't. I think Margaret's going. I really do. That's my honest opinion.
It's going to be good. It's going to be so, so, so good. Oh, you know what I meant to ask you, and I'm sure you guys get into the details of it, and I guarantee Kim D knows all the tea. At the reunion for Jersey, when Teresa and Joe Gorga have this moment where Gorga brings up these tapes of Louis, what are the alleged tapes? Like, what is that supposed to be about?
What tapes? Did I miss something?
Remember they say in part 3, like Teresa stands up and she goes, Joe, you have accusations too. Don't you bring that up. And Joe Gorga is making reference to some videos of Louis, I think.
Well, I mean, listen, recently I announced some things on a current episode. By the way, nobody without money sues. Well, that's not true. They sue corporations. Nobody is suing me. Okay. If they do, I will clean them house. You recently had an issue where I said something and you're like, oh my God, are we going to be sued? I think if I repeated these things right now that Teresa was alleging against Joe Gorga, I think that now I will never be sued, because when it's borderline, I shut up. But it is out there, Joe's alleged violent past. I mean, I'm not going to repeat the things, but that is what Teresa was referring to, that like, she's going to take these things to the grave because there's no statute of limitations and they're very serious. I don't know if they happened, but I think that's what that in that moment where she stood up and she's like, you have things, that's what she was referring to. And Melissa turns around and is like fearful for her life. And she's like, Joe, just shut up. None of which Bravo wants to go near. They want a light season. I guarantee you one thing, next season of New Jersey, there's going to be no police reports and no finstas and no investigations. It's going to be and Kim disagrees, but I think she's wrong. It's going to be just like Beverly Hills, where Garcelle says we